Hello my friend, welcome to Real Home Studio, where today I'm doing another home studio song arrangement, recording, mixing walkthrough. Today's track is the first track from my 2014 solo album Snakes and Ladders. It's even got its own video this week, and yet again it was pressed on some CD vinyl. Top stuff, let's dive straight in. Just before we dive in, I want to let you know about my one-to-one home studio coaching service available from realhomestudio.com. If you're working on your own from your home studio and you're struggling with the writing or the arrangement or the recording and the mixing of your projects, then one-to-one home studio coaching can help you fast track to get the results that you deserve. What I love about doing one-to-one coaching is that I've been where you are right now, and I know how challenging it can be to work on your own from a home studio. I've literally recorded hundreds of songs from my home studio, and I've worked with so many clients to help them get the results that they deserve from their home studio recordings. So if you're struggling, please don't struggle on your own and reach out. And if that interests you, I offer a free 15-minute consultation where we can have a chat and we can discuss exactly what you want to get out of those one-to-one sessions. You can find out more by heading over to realhomestudio.com and clicking on one-to-one coaching, or clicking on the link in the description box below. Okay, so we've got a video this week. Let's take a listen. I'm freezing. I think I must have faded that last bit out to get rid of the explicit lyrics, but I was freezing something off that morning. It was a beautiful, beautiful winter's morning on the east coast of England. It was freezing, and for whatever reason, I decided that it would be a great idea just to wear a shirt and a waistcoat rather than a big coat. I mean, I guess I wanted to look the part, but it was so cold, and it was self-shot, so it was me and a tripod and my guitar in the middle of the beach, and I reckon it was just above freezing. The wind was so cold, but it looked wonderful. The camera, you know, the lens loved it.
If you let me break your fall, then we will surely glide forever, high above the streets and trees. Let all the fools dance together, but get high enough to rise above the glow.
Interesting, I chose to keep the acoustic guitar on the right-hand speaker, on the right-hand side, rather than just down the middle, and then presumably send it right once other instruments came in. I think I'd probably do that now. I don't know, maybe it sounded weird.
Till the day I have to go back to the field I reap and sow, but I'll find fortune in a while, or just enough to make us smile, to keep my heads up, going with the flow. I've got
some really nice elements in that first verse, real singer-songwritery stuff, you know, claps. The piano line sounds lovely coming in on the other side with the guitar. And then you go very quickly into this super fast bridge, which whirls you up into a climax, and you're straight into the chorus. I mean, this kind of arrangement and songwriting, so much my personality. I'm very much the don't bore us, get to the chorus. And I love throwing in new elements to keep the listener interested. Rim shots there coming out of the chorus. All the drums from Addictive Drums. I think the original Addictive Drums, and it was a 60s retro pack. I think it was like a Blue Oyster kit or something like that. But I remember being in Pro Studios a couple of times, and the drums being remarked on, that people would be surprised that they weren't live drums. I mean, they sound lovely, those 60s packs. The other thing is the orchestra, which was Edirol Orchestral, which is a great plugin. And if you're not familiar with it, it was like a 3-second sample of various elements of the orchestra. So it was really light, but I loved it. It had a lot of attack, and it worked really well in pop stuff. Also ran really well on my old computer. This again was recorded in Sonar. All of this was recorded in my home studio or on VST instruments and mixed from the home studio as well. But it sounded great, it sounded phenomenal in the mix. If you remember Edirol Orchestral, let me know in the comments.
I don't remember getting here, or what exactly I am made of. I formulated quite a plan, made up of all the wheels that came off.
What works very well about that verse is it sits back down, but not down so much as the first verse, but not too much that it's going to ruin the impact of the next chorus. And it develops every 4 bars. It's developing and bringing something new. So you start off with those kicks, 4 on the floor, which is new from the first verse, to keep the rhythm going, and then you've got the claps that come in, you've got a new piano line. Before you know it, then you're back into that mini bridge going to the chorus again. For me, when I finished this, it was a real triumph for me of arrangement. Definitely for one person, it was a lot to plan out.
So a taste
Cheeky backward cymbal.
bittersweet tonight. I've got high hopes, high hopes. If you can't afford to dream, then what good is chasing rainbows anyway?
Couple of things there, and that little bridge again, or that little middle 8, that's break, whatever it is. It's great to use some different vocal effects just to break from the norm. It's got some kind of delay on there, I think, and a little bit of saturation as well, just to take it somewhere else. And I love that which is from, I think it's the orchestra again, and then just bringing that orchestral sound down with a wheel on the controller. A bit like the intro of Strawberry Fields with the Mellotron. It gives it a bit of a slightly sort of eerie, ethereal kind of quality. Sounds pretty cool. I was really into synth solos at that time. Having played guitar since I was like 13 and been the lead guitarist, I was really bored of guitar solos and got really into synth solos. Again, it's really quick. It's one thing to the next to the next. It's a really snappy opener. Now we're back into, I think, a very stripped down verse.
Every night I count to 10, and in the morning when I wake, I check the metal once again. And I was real and you were fake. Am I high enough to rise above the globe? When they told me it's only you I know, ain't nothing around here sacred anymore.
Just repeating that line a few times to bring extra crescendo up to this final chorus and bring some tension in. And then the melody line of the vocal changes as well. I can't get anywhere near that anymore. Vocal surgery a few years ago, so my voice has dropped. But yeah, adds a lot more urgency to get to that final chorus. You've got some quarter notes on that piano as well, driving the song forward.
I've got high hopes, high hopes, high hopes, high hopes.
And there I am walking off into the sea. Who knows? Probably to go and swiftly run off and get in the car and warm up. That was a cold video shoot. I really like that arrangement of that song. I think it was definitely a bit of a triumph for me and came out really well. Some big thumbs up to some of the plugins I used on that. I think the drums still sound brilliant. Those toms sound fantastic. From the 60s pack from Addictive Drums. Hope you enjoyed that song walkthrough today. If there's anything more that you want to know about recording this or any other songs that I've done from my home studio, about the arrangement or the writing, or about the recording, the mixing, then drop me a comment in the comments box below. And if you want more in-depth one-to-one coaching about the projects you're working on, then don't forget to check out realhomestudio.com. Most importantly, my friend, have yourself a great day.